Saturday, November 16th, 2019 was a crisp fall evening in Austin, Texas. Tom Segura was performing at the Moody Theater that evening. He had been on the Take It Down tour and was going to record his new Netflix special, Ball Hog. One of the people in the line for the show that night was 21-year-old Christian Pugh. What Christian didn't know is that he would be doing a lot more than watching a bad comedy show. After watching Tom plop out on a stool for over an hour in what appeared to be heavy eye makeup or a disguise of some sort, Christian decided to drink away his disappointment. But there was something different about this show. The show was bad, and this was Tom's big moment shooting a special for Netflix. The crowd wasn't laughing, and the lack of energy, you could tell, was getting to Tom. Once Christian leaves the venue, he heads over to the Clive Bar near Rainey Street for a few drinks. He closes out his tab and leaves the Clive Bar. This is where Christian is last seen before he's reported missing.
According to police, Pugh was last seen here at Clive on Rainey Street when he was reported missing, but this is nowhere near where he was found. He was actually found south of Lady Bird Lake, near the south end of the Congress Avenue Bridge, a drive that took us about 5 minutes. According to those who found him, Pugh was deep embedded into this brush right here in between the water and the hike and bike trail. Pugh was found conscious but in very bad shape and was rushed to the hospital.
It would have been difficult for a casual passerby to come upon him.
Christian had been found, but he was in critical condition. It took 3 days before rescue crews found Christian. Questions were raised on what happened to him. Based on Pugh's injuries, it looks as if he fell from the bridge. Police suspect foul play was involved. In fact, Austin has been seeing an influx of people going missing in the same area. Since 2022, 12 men have gone missing at Lady Bird Lake. Coincidentally, comedian Tom Segura moved to Austin back in late 2021.
Purchased a home.
Yep.
In Austin, Tejas, and I went there to start preparing us for
The move.
our move to Texas.
Moving to Texas. Yep.
This is it, you guys.
Segura has seen declining sales. His podcast with his wife, called Your Mom's House, has lost many listeners. Segura can be seen visibly angry in his podcast. He often discusses murder and many dark topics. I was at that Austin show back in 2019. I had overheard that Tom was going to have his after party down on Rainey Street, which would be right by Clive Bar where Pugh was last seen. Did the killer finally slip up and let one accidentally live? Why is it that Tom Segura is seen nearby so many crimes? Is it possible that Austin has a new serial killer on its hands? And it's Tom Segura?
I was in town to see Tom Segura, of all people.
Wait, hold on right now.
Yeah.
The whole reason you were in Austin was to see Segura, and you go missing for 3 days and wake up a month later. I gotta tell
Swear to God.
I'm definitely telling him this. Tom, Christian went to see you in Austin, and after the show, was found 3 days later, and he woke up a month later, dude. And he's about to tell me his story right now, Tom.
I can't see myself having a meaningful relationship or even actually effing a younger,
A 25-year-old guy.
because it is, especially when you become a parent, you're like, oh, that's my kid.
Yeah.
It's
it feels
too
weird.
maternal.
It feels weird. I could do it if I could throw her out the window or something.
So she wouldn't exist after?
Yeah, just like plop her on the balcony and then just like literally just dump her off, you know?
But why the need to kill her? I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
Just
Feels
for
like-
kicks.
Feels exciting, you know?
I think you just want to kill people, and you're using the sex stuff as an excuse right now.
Yeah, let's not get into it too much.
All of these are purposeful. Something is going on in Austin, Texas, and nobody's talking about it.
There's a mystery in Austin involving the deaths of at least 11 men and a lake, leading some to fear there's a serial killer walking among them.
This guy I'm talking to right now, this young gentleman, he is 24 years old. His name's Christian Pugh. Tom, Christian went to see you in Austin, and after the show was found 3 days later under the Congress Street Bridge. He still doesn't know that, and he woke up a month later, dude. He went to see you in concert and was missing for 3 days, found under the Congress Street Bridge, still blacked out. And 1 month later, this motherfucker woke up, and he's about to tell me his story right now, Tom.
The lone survivor holds the key to unraveling the serial killer's identity. Their very existence defies a pattern of previous victims and offers a crucial opportunity to gather first-hand information.
Why is there no memory? Why do you have a memory loss? Were you struck in the head? What happened?
Let me kind of explain this. Like, my injuries consisted of very busted knuckles, and I had one big whelp on the side of my head, someone busted the side of my head.
We were just down there, a couple months ago at the Vulcan. We did sold out shows down there, and we saw 6th Street down there, and that whole, I think actually when we were there that night, someone was killed. We woke up the next morning and someone was killed on that street. They said he walked up to the police on horseback and had been stabbed or something like that. And there's so many people out there that they said, it's going to be difficult to see where that even happened.
Just know that it's your mindset. And you're thinking like a fucking loser.
Tom has had a history of anger outbursts. He has spouted off at his own fans and even had a vicious back and forth with American Airlines over a TSA check. He sees his loyal fans as beneath him and frequently refers to them as pores. However, these haven't been the only red flags.
You told me, and you, in no uncertain terms, that you would report me to the authorities if I were to murder someone and it was premeditated.
Yeah.
I was so stunned by this declaration.
I'm not saying Tom is the killer, but if he allegedly was, having your wife and best friend ignorant enough to turn a blind eye would be pivotal. People so ignorant and self-involved that it could be right under their nose and they wouldn't know it. And he may have just that.
What's the argument here? They're saying they're not doing things, but they are doing things, and they shouldn't be doing things. That's the premise.
Right.
Okay.
What are you not understanding?
I'm not understanding what the premise is. So the real here. I'm sorry. I'm using the phrasing in this. I'm sorry. You speak Ebonics, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck
Big
that
black
is.
guy.
Yeah, so
Nadav's like, don't do this. How would you kill someone? Would you kill him with your bare hands or a rope?
It's a really good question. I thought about it. I wrote a paper about it in high school.
For real?
Yeah. I got to the speech finals with it. But you know what? Why these guys always get caught is because they get sloppy. They get lazy. And if you're out there and you want to prove that you're not,
Do you think we have a serial killer watching our show right now?
Could Tom allegedly be hiding something? Only time will tell.
God blesses a nigga. God blesses a nigga. Wow, amen. God is real. God blesses a nigga. All you niggas is blessed. Wow, amen. If you got stabbed 12 times, why the fuck are you still standing on that street that you just got stabbed on? Wouldn't you never go there again? Yeah, then don't fucking go there anymore if you're gonna get stabbed. Wow, amen. And if you get shot on a certain neighborhood, don't go to the neighborhood. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy!
Wow, amen. God blesses a nigga. All you niggas is blessed.
Segura moved to Austin, 12 men have gone missing around Lady Bird Lake. The theory suggests that Tom Segura's move and the timeline of these disappearances are too coincidental to ignore. They also claim Segura's show sales have been declining and the number of listeners to his podcast have decreased. Observers have noted that Tom Segura appears visibly frustrated and angry in his podcast episodes, which some interpret as signs of deeper issues. Keep a close eye on
After the previous videos that were posted, speculation began to grow around Tom's alleged involvement and the people missing in Austin and around his shows, and the insight that could be gained by hearing the survivor's story.
This person, Lady Bird Lake.
Yes.
Is it two people now or three?
No, multiple.
Oh, it's multiple.
It's like a lot.
Oh, is it really? Listen, some people just tripped and they fell and they drowned.
A guy fell in the lake and now he's with Jesus. Now anyway, get on the raft.
Fucking murder somebody? Yeah, I fantasize about it. You know.
All right, let's walk it through. Piecemeal together for me how you would kill someone. Is it a college town? Is it a small town? Or are you in a big city? Is it
I think
are you in LA?
Like
the fucking Richard Ramirez.
Big city.
Big city. Okay, big city. Yeah. In the south and the north.
The cold really helps preserving evidence. So the hotter the climate, the better.
Is Tom so egomaniacal that he's leaving breadcrumbs behind? Similar to the night of November 16th, 2019, when Christian Pugh went missing after Tom's big Netflix special in Austin, November 4th, 2022, Tom is filming another Netflix special in Phoenix, Arizona. The following night, a man is found bruised up and dumped in a canal just north of the Celebrity Theater where Tom performed his highly criticized Netflix special named Sledgehammer. The victim was found after he had but 2 beers at a local dive bar, eerily similar to the stories of missing men near Lady Bird Lake.
You are looking at exclusive video you'll only see here on 12 News of the last time a beloved husband, father, and chef on the night of his mysterious death. Hours after that video, he would later be found in a Phoenix canal. Nearly 3 weeks since Jose Jimenez was found dead, there are still very few answers about what happened.
A preliminary medical examiner's report lists drowning as the cause of death, with alcohol intoxication as a contributing cause.
I don't think that should be misconstrued in any way.
But those close to Jose say it was normal for him to have 1 or 2 beers after work.
Want to see if anyone saw him.
They hope someone will come forward and help them with any leads. Family offering a $5,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Tom Segura, and I'm coming to the Moody Center in Austin, Texas on February 22nd, 2025.
Is Tom trying to tell us something? Will an unsuspecting fan find himself falling off a bridge in Austin that day? You've been warned.
At approximately 2:57, Austin 911 received a call, a check welfare call in regards to a person the complainant suspected was deceased along the trail in the 2700 block of Canterbury Street. After which the medical examiner's office responded and collected the decedent. There is no suspicion of foul play, and it is not being investigated as a homicide at this time.
Well, who's fucking saying this?
Well,
so this is the police chief going like, no, there's not a problem.
How many bodies in Lady Bird, though?
This body count could just keep growing. They'd just be like, listen, people die every day. What do you guys want?
It's only 37 people. Who cares? We're the hottest city in America. You think a couple of dead people in a lake matters?
Approximately 14:02, a 911 call was received around the area of Cesar Chavez and Oasis. Austin Fire Department, as well as members of the EMS, attempted life-saving measures. Unfortunately, the male was pronounced deceased at 15:11 hours. Yeah, no foul play is suspected. They are asking that if there are any additional witnesses to contact the homicide tip line at 512-477-3588.
2 more bodies have been discovered along the shores of Lady Bird Lake. Lives cut short under mysterious circumstances. This marks the 13th and 14th bodies found at the lake since Segura moved to Austin, only 8 miles from Tom Segura's riverfront property. If these deaths weren't suspicious enough, September 14th, just 4 days prior to the most recent bodies found at the lake, Tom Segura is in Denver, Colorado, performing at the Ball Arena. Hours before Tom's mailed-in performance, a body was found, disposed of behind a dumpster, just minutes away from Tom's stage that night.
This morning, we are looking for answers surrounding a suspicious death investigation in Commerce City. Police say they found a man's body behind a dumpster near 64th Avenue and Holly Street yesterday morning. Investigators are telling Denver 7 they are waiting on a coroner's report to determine how exactly this man died. Police say his identity will be released at a later time. They add there is no threat to the community.
You'll often hear detectives claim there are no coincidences. Is Tom merely a victim of a series of unusual events? Or could he be the unthinkable?
Oh yeah, turns out the guy that subleased it from you died in there, and that's the smell.
Did you hear what my husband just said? The man who subleased it died in our old studio.
And left, like, where we used to film this show.
The Lady Bird Lake mystery continues until someone finally pulls the last thread.
You're a fucking nutbag, and I gotta turn you in, man.
Why?
Because you're gonna fucking kill me and the kids next. I gotta protect our children, Tom.
I'm not doing that. I don't understand why you tie the two together.
I would like to give a moment to shout out our friends over at Nightcap. Tom Segura is coming to the Moody Center in Austin on February 22nd, and the few fans that are going need to protect themselves. G Studios and Nightcap have teamed up to protect the listeners by offering 15% off our Not Tonight, Tom drink covers. Just use code GHBrooks at checkout. Be safe out there.